Imagine this. You wake up one morning, and suddenly you stop caring about what people think. Not in an arrogant way, not in a careless way, but in a powerful way. A calm, silent confidence. No fear of judgment, no need for approval, no pressure to impress anyone. And suddenly, your life begins to change. But here's the truth most people never realize. Your dreams are not destroyed by failure. They are destroyed by opinions. The opinions of relatives, friends, society, and sometimes even strangers. Today's story is about a man who lost years of his life trying to please everyone, until one day, he discovered the power of self-respect. And the moment he stopped caring about opinions, everything changed. The trap of opinions. His name was Arjun. Arjun was not weak. He was not lazy. He was intelligent, hardworking, and full of dreams. But like millions of people, he had one silent problem. He cared too much about what people thought. When he chose a career, he asked others. When he wanted to start something new, he asked others. When he had an idea, he waited for approval. And slowly, his life started becoming a prison of opinions. Because here is the psychology most people don't understand. Human beings are biologically designed to seek approval. Thousands of years ago, being rejected by the tribe meant death. So your brain still believes something dangerous. If people disapprove of you, you are in danger. But in today's world, this instinct is destroying dreams. The dream he hid. Arjun always had one dream. He wanted to create something of his own, something meaningful. But every time he spoke about it, someone had an opinion. It's risky. People like you don't succeed. Get a safe job. Don't be stupid. And slowly, he started doubting himself. This is the hidden truth about opinions. Opinions don't attack your ability. They attack your confidence. And once confidence disappears, dreams die quietly. Not dramatically, just silently, like a candle slowly losing its flame. The day everything broke. One evening, Arjun met an old friend. His friend asked him a simple question. "Are you happy?" Arjun paused. For the first time in years, he didn't know the answer. He had followed every safe decision, every practical suggestion, every logical opinion. But deep inside, he felt empty, because he was living a life built by other people's expectations. That night, something inside him broke, and sometimes that breaking point is exactly what a person needs. The mentor. A few days later, Arjun met an old man sitting in a park. The man was calm, peaceful, confident. They started talking, and Arjun asked him something. "Why do people's opinions affect me so much?" The old man smiled and said something that changed his life. "Because you are asking the wrong people for permission." Arjun looked confused. The man continued, "People who never built anything will always have opinions about those who try." Then he said the most powerful line. "The day you stop asking the world for approval, the world loses control over your life." The psychology of opinions. The old man explained something powerful. Most opinions are not truth. They are projections. People project their fears, their failures, their insecurities. Someone who failed will say success is impossible. Someone who is afraid will say risk is dangerous. Someone who never tried will say dreams are unrealistic. This is the secret most people never learn. People don't judge your potential. They judge your courage. The decision. That night, Arjun made a decision. Not a loud one, not a dramatic one, a silent decision. From that day forward, he would respect himself enough to stop seeking approval. He stopped explaining every move. stopped defending every dream, stopped arguing with every opinion. Instead, he started doing the work quietly. And something strange happened. The same people who once criticized him started becoming silent. Because when you stop reacting, opinions lose their power. Powerful lesson. Here is the truth. The world will always have opinions. If you are weak, they will judge you. If you are strong, they will judge you. If you fail, they will judge you. If you succeed, they will judge you. So here is the real question. If judgment is inevitable, why live your life for it? The day you stop caring about opinions is the day you start respecting yourself. And the day you respect yourself, your life begins to change. Not because the world changed, but because you did. If this story changed your perspective, remember this. Your dreams don't need permission. They need courage. So if this message resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. And never forget, a strong mind and a steel heart never live by other people's opinions. Not because success was guaranteed, but because self-respect demanded it. The power of continuing. There is something powerful about continuing when nobody expects you to. Because consistency creates something rare: momentum. Momentum is what separates dreamers from achievers. Dreamers start, achievers continue. Dreamers wait for motivation, achievers rely on discipline. Dreamers worry about opinions, achievers focus on progress. Arjun continued, day after day, month after month, quietly, without announcements, without arguments, without needing anyone's approval. The change people could see. 1 year later, something began to change. Not overnight, not dramatically, but slowly. Arjun's skills improved. His confidence grew. His project started gaining attention. And suddenly, the same people who once doubted him started asking questions. How did you do it? When did this start working? What changed? But Arjun knew the truth. Nothing magical had happened. He simply stopped letting opinions control his life. And when that happened, his energy shifted. His focus sharpened. His discipline strengthened. And success slowly followed. The final realization. One evening, Arjun returned to the park where he first met the old man. But the man was not there. Instead, Arjun sat alone on the bench, watching people pass by. And suddenly, he understood something powerful. The opinions that once controlled him were never the real problem. The real problem was something deeper: his need for approval. Because the moment you stop needing approval, opinions lose their power. Criticism loses its sting. Judgment loses its weight. And freedom begins. A message for you. Now, let me ask you something. How many decisions in your life have been controlled by other people's opinions? How many dreams were delayed because someone said it was unrealistic? How many opportunities were missed because someone said it was risky? How many ideas were abandoned because someone laughed? And now imagine something powerful. Imagine living your life with calm confidence, not needing approval, not fearing judgment, not explaining every decision, just moving forward with quiet self-respect. That is real freedom. The day everything changes. Because the day you stop caring about opinions, 3 powerful things happen. First, your mind becomes peaceful. You stop overthinking every decision. Second, your confidence grows, because you are finally living your own life. Third, your potential expands, because fear no longer limits your actions. And when those 3 things happen, your life begins to change. Not slowly, but dramatically. Final, powerful close. So remember this, the world will always have opinions. People will always judge. Critics will always speak. But your life does not belong to their voices. It belongs to your courage. Your dreams do not need approval. They need commitment. They need discipline. They need belief. And most importantly, they need self-respect. Because the strongest people in the world are not the ones who never face criticism. They are the ones who keep moving forward anyway. So if this story inspired you, if it reminded you of your own dreams, if it helped you see your life differently, then share this message with someone who needs it. Because somewhere, someone is still trapped by opinions, and maybe your share will help them break free. And remember one thing, a strong mind, a disciplined heart, and deep self-respect never live by other people's opinions. If this message gave you strength, like this video, share it with someone who needs motivation, and subscribe for more powerful stories that can change your life.
But Arjun's story didn't end with that decision. In fact, that decision was only the beginning. Because deciding to stop caring about opinions is easy in theory. But living that decision is something very different. The first test. The very next week, Arjun faced his first real test. He told his family he wanted to try building something of his own. Not immediately quitting his job, not doing anything reckless, just starting something small, a project, an idea, something that belonged to him. And almost immediately, the opinions returned. You're wasting your time. You're too late. People your age should be stable. What if you fail? Why risk everything? The voices were loud, but something inside Arjun had changed. Before, those words would have shaken him. Before, he would have doubted himself. Before, he would have tried to explain his decision to everyone. But now, he simply listened and said nothing. Not because he was angry, not because he wanted to argue, but because he understood something powerful. Not every opinion deserves a response. The power of silence. Silence is one of the most misunderstood forms of strength. Weak people think silence means defeat. Strong people understand silence means control. When you argue with every opinion, you give it power. When you try to explain yourself to everyone, you give them authority over your life. But when you stay silent and continue moving forward, people slowly realize something. You are no longer asking for permission, and that changes everything. The shift inside him. Over the next few months, Arjun began working on his dream every morning before work. He woke up early. He studied. He built new skills. He experimented. He failed many times, but he kept going. And something interesting started happening. His mind became stronger. Because every time someone doubted him, and he kept working anyway, his self-respect grew. You see, confidence does not come from praise. Confidence comes from keeping promises to yourself. Every day, Arjun showed up, even when nobody believed in him, even when progress was slow, even when people laughed. And slowly, the opinions that once controlled him started losing their power. Why opinions control people? Let's pause the story for a moment. Because what Arjun experienced is something millions of people face every day. People are not trapped by failure. People are trapped by fear of judgment. A student wants to start something new, but worries what classmates will say. An employee wants to change careers, but worries what relatives will think. An artist wants to create something original, but worries what society will say. And so, dreams are delayed. Ideas are abandoned. Lives become smaller. All because of one invisible prison:
the fear of opinions. The truth about people's opinions. Here is a truth that takes most people years to understand. Most people are not thinking about you. They are thinking about themselves, their problems, their insecurities, their fears, their lives. The judgment you imagine is often far smaller than you think. And even when people do judge you, their opinions are rarely based on truth. They are based on their own limitations. A person who never took risks will say risk is dangerous. A person who gave up on dreams will say dreams are unrealistic. A person who fears change will say stability is everything. Their opinions are not guidance. They are reflections of their own lives. The second test. 6 months later, Arjun faced another challenge. His project had not yet succeeded. The results were small, the progress was slow, and the people around him noticed. The opinions came again. "See, we told you. You're wasting time. You should focus on your job. You're not built for this." This time, the voices were even louder. Because when you try something new, people watch closely. Some are curious, some are skeptical. Some secretly hope you succeed, and some quietly hope you fail, because your courage reminds them of their own fear. The moment of doubt. That night, Arjun sat alone in his room. For the first time in months, doubt returned. Maybe they were right. Maybe he was chasing something unrealistic. Maybe he should stop. Maybe he should return to the safe path. And that moment, that exact moment, is where most people give up. Not at the beginning, but in the middle. When progress is slow, when support is missing, when opinions become louder than belief. Remembering the lesson. But then Arjun remembered something the old man said. The world loses control over your life the day you stop asking for approval. And suddenly, he realized something important. If he stopped now, he would not just be abandoning his dream, he would be surrendering his self-respect. Because deep down, he knew one thing. The regret of quitting would hurt far more than the pain of trying. So he did something simple. He opened his notebook and wrote one sentence: "I will continue."